OK Furniture's big brand sale is still on, and you can stand a chance of winning one of 15 Toyota Vitz cars when you buy any participating brands by the 26th of May 2024. This includes Defy, Samsung, Sony, KIC, Hisense, and so much more brands at the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop our latest catalogs online or in store today to win big. Prices valid until the 12th of May 2024. T's and C's apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes, co.za. It is Kaizer Chiefs 2, TS Galaxy 2. Kaizer Chiefs with 10 men for more than 45 minutes of the game at Milson Dove with 2 yellow cards and a penalty for TS Galaxy. TS Galaxy scoring 2 goals from set pieces, a penalty and a corner kick. Lack of creativity, really. Usadrik Mavari, the referee, and his assistants, iphanse yabalahla igame xa kuzawuphela umdlalo. Kusiliwa kuphume red card, incorrect calls and offsides. At some point you started to feel like, I wish this game would end. So Vilakazi, what did you make of the game, sir?
Yes, sir. Ngibulso Junior, ngibulso Justice, ngibulso Machaka.
Machaka
ngibulise nane emakhaya ngicela support njalo la iDiskiTV nje benjobe njalo ngijike futhi. Mina I always say this, and I don't know whether people will take it in the right or in the legend, I don't know. When you go and employ an overseas coach, it means he's better than what we've got here at home. So, I'm at takes a game tonight. I'm Hlulile, coach. I always say this, a game in our questions and there's answers. Already Chiefs in the London is a red card. And the worst scenario is that it's only red card to go right with spinal cord and move. So it gives you an edge as an opponent coach to say, oh, okay, it means they need to make a sub.
And they sacrifice the forward.
Yes. So it means to you, feeling challenge, you would okay. No man. Or either I minus one defender and put an attacking midfielder or a striker, Lapana Pambil, Janakovic, put him early. Then you using two Chiefs defend. Don't come to me.
Yeah.
They must be worried now with a red card.
And Chiefs did not exactly defend.
No, they didn't.
The Chiefs were almost scored.
Yes.
Actually. They scored the leading goal when they were 10 men down.
Yes.
And they almost scored to make it 3-1 because you are not using your superiority in number.
Mr. Kew, you are issuing it. I don't know. I don't know why this some coaches they are not watching the game that we are watching. And I always say this again, during the week when you're preparing your team, there's time when you get a red card to win. What's your response? And when the opponents get a red card, what is your response? Yeah, I'm so disappointed, Mina, because I always believe when you go outside, it means we don't have like higher. That's something that is better. But
so what is it? So I get to your point. Inherently, I agree with it because TS Galaxy should have shown would have a numerical superiority.
Yes.
Was Chiefs stubborn, difficult, or was it more TS Galaxy? They were just poor in terms of using that advantage.
Instead, the Chiefs were better than TS Galaxy. TS Galaxy had numbers, they had creativity. They had numbers, but they didn't have brains for the game. So each Chiefs, they didn't have numbers, but they had a brain for the game. And that's why I was so surprised with it was 2-1, Chiefs leading. And I thought, it's getting there, They'll just gonna take that 3 point. But Bvuma now Mara sometimes. So each
I think even before Bvuma, so I flagged this to Machaka, who was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And I said to Machaka, why are you introducing Ashley to prayer, which is a substitution, exactly at a time that you are defending a corner? Because what usually happens is that everyone has their role with corner. The reason why you don't make that substitution during you defending a corner is because there is a possibility of distraction. Usually, when you make a substitution, every player has to look, is it me who's coming out? So, they throw them at the bench. number one. That's a distraction mentally because there's a role that everyone has to play on the bench. He takes out Mdu Shabalala. Who knows Mdu Shabalala is supposed to be on the first pole?
Yeah.
Everyone is designated a role. I'm not saying he's supposed to be there, but he would be playing a role there. He would either be, because it's short, he would maybe be on the first pole or the last pole, whatever pole he has to occupy. He puts in Ashley to prayer at a crucial moment. The substitution on itself, I'm not criticizing it. It's his job to make substitutions, whether right or wrong. That's not my job. But the moment that he did it, it was poor. And then, of course, Bruce Bvuma had already committed a mistake with corner.
Yeah.
Getting out, and they headed it, but it was slightly out, you know. And then he does the same thing again now. This time around is non-committal. And then they scored a goal as well. But I kind of also blame the coach. Yes, every player must be switched on, but the reason in football, universally, all over the world, they decide, the coaches, not to make substitutions when you're defending a corner is because you are going to distract your own team.
Mr. Gil, you know, I respect Coach Johnson, and unfortunately this time around he acted as a very young coach who doesn't have experience in the game, because those are crucial moments of the game. You allow to defend. When you're done defending, then that's when you can make a change. Sometimes when we attack, we set piece, we attack, you don't make a change. You wait until you finish that attack. Then when you finish that attack, and then that's when you make a change. I was so disappointed to see why coach can make a change while they're defending a corner kick and it end up a goal. And you know, that action here, Price Vuma, it also plays a part of the change at this crucial time where we need to defend. Everyone needs to focus in that, and then you as a coach will decide to make a change. It also plays a part. But Uvuma, he made two actions. One way Puma, he nearly conceded a goal. So this time around, where is supposed to go Puma because he like 6 yards. Any ball is, and you know, Mr. Gil, I don't know, maybe it's how they train a goalkeeper. No, even if you have 6 yards, I'll pull Oyama. And maybe that's another.
No, you can't blame all the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Because most goalkeepers who are smart, who know how to do their job, they would get out.
Yes,
They would get out. What do you do with Bvuma? So let me ask you a very straightforward question. We were talking about it here, and it's not only just this moment. I mean, I said even if we were working for SuperSport, we would have been showing this, and it would make our case better. Show all these compilations of the moments where he's not positioning himself correctly. We've done it in other games as we observe him. He's not positioning himself correctly. Even in penalties that he faced against Milford, it dived one way, and that's low IQ. Like, it's low intelligence. You know, it doesn't even look like he could stop anything. There's no leadership. Mashaka was mentioning the fact that he's not shouting at the players. That's communication. You don't really see that. And I make the point, I said, there is no team that would take him to PSL. He wouldn't. Usually, good Chiefs, if you couldn't break good Chiefs 10 years back, 5 years back, you could go anywhere else. About Tela Ngobeni, I was so, you know, his career looked promising with Tela Ngobeni. He played at under 23 level, but he couldn't break through because there was Itumele Nkone. The same with Leamba, Pirates, Brilliant Kozwayo. You could see, okay, if he doesn't play for Chiefs, he'll play for someone else. You know, Riyad Peters, you could tell, okay, he's going to be a solid goalkeeper. He went to SuperSport before he went to Sundowns. You know, you could tell every goalkeeper at Chiefs, you could see, if he's not breaking through, they will play for someone else. At the Batman, they will play. I look at this guy and I think, I don't know if he could play for someone else to PSL. Well, I'm not being honest when I say I don't know. I said outright, there is no team that could hire him, could PSL, because it's not good enough. What would you do with him? Is he good enough?
No, Mr. K, not for Chiefs. I don't know for his team, but not for Chiefs. Unfortunately, he's in the wrong team. Where the history of the keepers that this team used to have, they always have quality. Even Ukune, the last keeper now, quality. So I don't know. There was no way with all the plunders that you do week in, week out, we're watching you doing my plunders, but they're still playing you. I don't know why coachy, but anyways, Faraban, because now Peterson, Loyana, Naye, he did the very same thing about pass, about corner, Lana Guye. So both of them, Jay, I think Chiefs, they just need to go and look for three top goalkeepers.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the sad part. Is that we're still gonna see Bvuma doing those mistakes even next season, including his brother Lapano Peterson. They're still gonna concede because decision making was poor. They don't know how to close an angle where ubone ukuthi Lana he was very smart ukuthi umvalele angle. No, they for bona any attack we know it's gonna be a goal. Especially if it's gonna be a shot that's gonna go into defense, we always expect it because with TS Galaxy first half, the chances were this boy, I think
Mahlangu, not
Mahlangu,
Detergent.
yes.
Detergent has got the first one. The
Yes.
first one with Detergent.
Yes. I mean,
Within the first 2 minutes.
We are born again. He was just standing on the no man's land. It tells you ukuthi, this guy he cross now. At least your reaction knowing ukuthi, in this angle, possibly chances are he can hit the first pole. Then you can go. But for him, he was just standing and he nearly fall because he didn't know ukuthi Miller's position kanjani. So for me, Mr. Keo, I'm sorry. I like seeing young boys playing, expressing themselves, doing well. But Bvuma is not. It's actually first season. Actually, it's two. He's been there, but still there's no improvement.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Tso. Bruce Bvuma, remember, is national team, maybe third choice sometimes at the Bafana squad. It may have fallen down the pecking order now, but he's been picked before. And I still maintain that I don't know if he could play for any other team, actually, in the DStv Premiership. If you look at the compilation, not about today. It's never about today, actually. Whenever we talk about matches, we watch thousands of games for the past 4 years, and we encompass everything when we talk about someone. Everything that we've seen so far. It's like, okay, we've seen enough. I don't think that there's going to be any improvement there. And it's all mentioned a good point, and I mentioned it there. Like, okay, Bvuma may not considered 5, considered 2 today. Ngoku xa bezamkhupha bazawufaka abantu ngoba lo bekufanele uyangena ufumane the red card. So of course Itumeleng Khune is not going to be keeper Chiefs anymore the way that they've announced it. It was his last contract. So the one who they're supposed to play next game this weekend is red card. I don't even know who's going to be the second goalkeeper on the bench. Maybe Khune will come back on the bench. Maybe he will be the goalkeeper. Who knows? It is iDiskiTV, Times, all sports betting. Thank you for watching us.